Now we're wait. I'm supposed to wait. Fuck. What was the file name? I forgot Miles redeemed that. Hold on. I forgot we have a file name to do. Ad break. Almost forgot. Yeah, we'll keep that in the recording. All right, this one goes to Miles. I'm gonna stand up. I'm in the bathroom actually. Also, your monitor's 2 feet from your face, Morph. That's crazy. My monitors, like if I'm sitting where I am, I can full extend my arm. What monitor y'all are on? It's a little further away. I guess if I'm like sitting like close like this, my hand like just touches the screen if I like reach my arm all the way out. Yeah, that means you could like elbow your screen probably. Just go quick boom. Fuck it up. Also, I'm gonna send you something. You said a random number. This guy didn't even get the ruler out to confirm. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Where is it? Curious what your thoughts are on this thing. Yeah, that response I sent you, I was like, when I read that, I was like, have to see what they come up with, but I don't know how I feel about that response. I'm pretty sure the tech is for your monitor though. I think you want to be able to like extend your arm and like not be able to touch it or like barely be able to touch it, whatever. Like I think that's what I remember always hearing. Your monitor should be at least that far away, allegedly. I guess maybe it can change depending on if you have like a huge screen or not. Like if you have like a 32-inch monitor, that thing's, if you have the thing close to your face, that just has to be like annoying to deal with. Because like if I want to look to like at the corner, I have to like fucking like do that. Has anybody here ever been to the movie theater and sat in the front row? I have one time and it was such a shit experience. It was so awful. You had to like be like this the whole time. It was so ass. I think that was when I saw the modern like reboot, I guess, of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, I think they called it. Remember I saw that in theaters for some reason, and it was, I don't even remember what, I'm sure the movie was whatever. I guess it was fine probably, but like, damn, that part ruined it. Part that sticks out to you is stronger moves should be harder to tech, which is crazy. Yeah, like, I definitely don't understand that way of thinking. But also like, but the fact that he's like saying like doing the thing what you suggested would make teching more reactive than predictive. And I'm like, I feel like teching is supposed to be reactive. Like, I think it's super weird right now. Like, I've definitely, I think like the last time I played, I like definitely noticed like I hit tech just like what felt like a second in advance, and I got it. I was like, that didn't feel right. Like, I feel like that's not the sort of thing where it's like you should be hitting it like way in advance. Like, that feels like something that should be something that you hit on reaction, in my opinion. But it's like also like it would be predictive in the sense like if you know you're gonna be hit, then like it's already like, okay, like I know I'm about to get hit. It's like DI. It's like well, okay, I guess I'm not some high level melee player or anything, but my understanding is for like if you're like Fox trying to DI like puff up throw, like you kind of have to like react to like, okay, I know I'm about to get grabbed. I guess also usually you'd be holding the stick like anyways, like you'd probably like usually Foxes are dash dancing a bunch around puff. I'll make it. Yes. Clutch. I think tech times being predictive can be good if it's like an offstage situation, because you can get mixed on a tech time depending when the arrow's thrown out, but otherwise that kind of sucks, I think. I definitely think it's like really stupid how it's like, if what that person wrote is like fully correct, where it's like, oh, if you hit like, if you input like tech before you get put into hit pause and it's within 20 frames like when you would be able to tech, then you still tech. But if you input tech during the hit pause window, then you don't get a tech. It's like that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like that part just doesn't make any sense at all. And in that like doc that person wrote up, they said like allegedly that mechanic exists in Melee. I also don't know what the tech window is in Melee. I'm curious like how long. I think I tried looking up one time and it was just like hard to like find like just a concrete like number of what the window is in Melee or just Smash in general. I feel like I was getting a ton of information that wasn't just the tech window is this amount of frames. And I was like, all right, what's the number though? Makes me wonder if the first game, if Rivals 1 had that high key. Curious to know. I don't know, I've been saying for like over a year, I'm like, I think teching in this game needs to be harder. I think it is way too easy in that game. in my opinion. Oh shit, I had a really good angle too and I fricked it. Which I think if they made it harder, it would definitely alleviate the annoyances of like just getting reversaled constantly. That is definitely a huge problem with that game. It's like, oops, I'm trying to hit them, but it's like, yep, you can just tech for free very often and then just reversal with your giant hitbox. So it's like now I'm the one who's getting punished for trying to edgeguard. And it's like, alright. And it's like knowing that it isn't difficult, it's like, man. Cause like, I think with this one clip, I think I've still only ever seen this a single time, but it was like some old ass like Mewtwo King versus SFAT set from like 2018 or something probably, and SFAT like wall techs. Like, I don't know if it's a wall tech jump or just regular wall tech, but he wall techs, wavelands on the stage and like punishes Mewtwo King. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like that was actually like some just insane crackhead like reaction. But that's not happening like constantly, you know? Like that was like an insane moment because you know it's like insanely difficult to do. Pretty sure Mewtwo was also like, what the fuck? Like he was never gonna expect that to happen. I don't think anybody could have ever expected that to happen. I think I've seen something similar like after that, like in recent-ish times, but I don't think I've ever seen that like exact scenario happen. I tech on accident sometimes because you're anticipating to hit the ground sooner than you don't, but you get the tech anyways. And it feels weird sometimes how like generous it is. This is why I would hella pick Aramata very frequently before they deleted it and made the same stage but with walls. I was like, alright, at least people aren't gonna like infinite wall tech and infinite recover on this stage. Yeah, you haven't played it at all recently though, have you, Morph? Actually, I'm pretty sure I'd check. Yeah. Well, I guess you and Arma were the only ones who had recently played, according to Steam. And y'all have not recently played, according to Steam. I hate with that game that I've just been feeling recently that it's like, I want to play it. But there's just things that make it not desirable to play sometimes. Been casual gaming a lot more. That's a huge hell yeah. Unless if I like get like burnt and change my mind. I said I'm gonna finally start Hollow Knight after 244. That's my game plan. Which we will stream that. We will stream that. Don't you worry. I know they changed it so she only get, I'm pretty sure she only gets 1 chair per airtime now. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I don't think you've played since then, but I also don't think that was really affecting like majority of people. Just make it so she can't just infinite recover. That being said, I still hate that they like that there's still things like Atlas up be existing how it does. I hate that they like originally had it at one point where like his uppy degraded way more with repeated uses, and then they like tone that back, and like it feels like the tone back like barely matters, especially in conjunction with wall teching being really easy. And then like people like Locks, he can like just like, it feels like he can like just down B, like stall in the air for, or I think whatever it is, down B. He can just do that stall for so long in the air, and it like doesn't, like I feel like that should degrade way more. I don't know. If it's like they hit some things with like the, okay, this thing degrades hella, but this other thing doesn't, because why would we be consistent with it, you know? Like, because of an instance of them just being like not consistent at all is like they made it so it's like, it's usually not a very common scenario, but like with Rano, like if he gets sent into his own bubble, he doesn't get another bubble until he like lands or like grabs ledge. But that also means he just can't, like if you hit down B, it apparently just doesn't do anything. Which I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. Like, so you tell me you just don't, it just doesn't do anything now. Like, I don't get like the stall. I feel like that doesn't make any sense to me. And they already have the dumbass mechanic where it's like, if you hit him in the bubble at the same time, then he can't go in the bubble. It's like, I think that's still just a bad mechanic, in my opinion. I think that mechanic is just really dumb. I don't know why they ever actually added that to the game, personally. What mechanic? So when Rano's bubble is out, if you hit the bubble, like they made it now, so there's a visual to it. It kind of goes, it gets darkened, and so it's like he can't be sent into his own bubble when you hit the bubble. So it's like, oh, if you hit him and the bubble at the same time, most of the time now, he'll just phase through the bubble instead of going into it, which I think is just really stupid. I think it's just a really bad mechanic. In the corner slash ledge. What do you mean the corner slash ledge? Yeah, ball behind you, both get hit, the ball hitbox just disappears. Yeah. And the Rana will just go directly through the bubble. Which I think is just insanely dumb. I feel like it doesn't come up like too often, but it just looks stupid when it happens. Because it's like, you have to like set it up in advance. It's not just like, it's not like it's just there constantly. and it's not even out for that long. It's not like a crag pillar where you could just have it out there forever unless the opponent goes and hits it. Like, I think it's so annoying that like they just have random things like that in the game for no reason. It's like, okay, so that's a thing. And I don't know if you heard me earlier. I don't know if you got up or something, but they also made it recently. So if Rando gets sent into his own bubble, he doesn't get another bubble until he touches ground or grabs ledge. But also apparently, I haven't tried it or haven't had it happen to myself yet, but apparently in that scenario, if he hits down B, it just doesn't do anything. So he can't even like do like the stall. And I'm like, okay, why does this work that way? But then like Locks can do like the stall like forever in the air. Or like Claren can side B like forever in the air without any drawback. Or why can Atlas up B forever basically? It's just like very inconsistency. A lot of inconsistencies. Which I feel like them just like making changes like that was like a partial reason why that game is just so annoying. It's just like some of the things like they decide to do just don't make sense to me. Why they decide upon them, personally. Because the whole getting like at least there's a visual for it now. So at least you can kind of tell. But it still doesn't change the fact that it's a bad mechanic, IMO. I don't know. It's like they're like upset that they made it work how it did or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. And on that note, I was thinking earlier, I was like, damn, we should low-key just play 1 sometime soon. Fuck it. It's been too long. My goat. When was the last time I opened 1? It's gonna say like April or something. Oh, May 7th. May 7th was the last time I opened my goat. And actually, I think Arma's home today. Fuck it, we play 1 today. Imagine though. My feet barely skidded the edge. Oh, clutch bomb. Clutch bomb. Yeah, I'm gonna keep back walking, I think. Also, Hollow Knight's so good. Play last year for Silk Song. I read that like 5 minutes ago, but I was like, I don't want to break up the conversation. It's interesting how like every person I've basically ever heard talk about Hollow Knight, they're like, yeah, this game is fucking really good, actually. I've never heard someone be like, yeah, I don't like Hollow Knight. Like I've played the only other Metroidvanias I've played is Islets, and then it's by the same dev, by the same people. They made another one called Crypt Custodian, which I think in their own right They were both fun games for what they were, but playing them, I was like, I get the feeling that like Hollow Knight is like these, but Hollow Knight is just more. Like that is just like a more full experience than these games. I still thought they were good for what they were. But like Islets to Crypt Custodian was definitely like an upgrade. Islets to me definitely felt like this is like baby's first like Metroidvania or something like that. Yo, perp. Purple only chat. We've been having yellow chat recently. This is a purple only stream. Okay, that means Nightbot can talk actually. That means Nightbot can talk. How are you today, perp? How was the rest of your bingoing last night? Your double anti-bingoing. I believe. Because I'm pretty sure I saw you doing that, I think. If I remember correctly. Bingo went hard, so I got pretty hot by the end. You were goofing up. It was fun though. As long as it was fun. Definitely a huge W. Having a good time. Not messing up the lily pads feels good. Damn, you tell me I get the quadruple good luck? Oh my lordy. That means I have to play good this run. We did get a bomb drop though, so it's a good start. Hopefully I don't immediately mess up anything. You'll be happy to hear, perp, that I did make the hummus today. I believe I alluded to it yesterday on stream. But I did indeed make it today. And Skittle did say it was really good, so Pog. Yeah, hummus is super good. Have you ever made your own hummus before, or only ever had store-bought? I forget the answer to this, but I've probably asked it in the past. Oh, there's the answer. Nah, it's definitely not that difficult. You're definitely supposed to have a food processor, but if you only have a blender like me, you definitely can make it in the blender. It's just definitely in the blender I have to scrape down the sides like pretty frequently, whereas I think like if you make it in a food processor, you kind of don't really have to do that as much. So Adge potentially rip. I mean, I could send you a video of, or the recipe of the one that I still use. Also, one bounce Pog. Yes, there's definitely not like anything crazy you gotta do. I love that movement. I love when you also proceed to do it correctly. It's so satisfying. Okay. Well, I'm in a cutscene. I'll get the video. I'll just post it in chat. AKA at Sonata in a sec. Yeah, I forget. I think the recipe potentially says like, yeah, you can just use canned chickpeas if you want. Come on, get up there. Bro. Bro, what the fuck? It's actually like, just wasted like 10 seconds. Yeah, I think the recipe that she uses, I believe, she's like, yeah, you can just use canned chickpeas, I think. She might just use that, but I definitely make mine with like dried chickpeas, which is, it's not too bad having to do that, in my opinion. Since making dried chickpeas is basically just soak chickpeas overnight and then boil them for like an hour and a half. But obviously it is very convenient having canned chickpeas. Alright, this is like what I use for mine. I don't make it exactly the same. Oh, she does say how to cook dried chickpeas, okay. I thought she just used canned chickpeas. And she does have like a written recipe like linked in the description if you just want that and don't want to watch the video. I'm pretty sure she says this, but like, cause like if you're boiling, like dried chickpeas, you'll see like little like skins floating off of them, and some recipes or some people will be like, oh, you should peel off the skins of the chickpeas to get a smoother texture, but I think it's like just a load of shit. I've definitely have done it before, having peeled off the skins or like removed like a decent amount of the skins, and I definitely did not notice a difference between getting rid of the skins and leaving the skins in. Like, I don't think it's like at all worth it for the effort. If there is any difference in texture, it is not big enough, in my opinion, to make it worth it, personally. But I'm pretty sure she says like the same thing. She's like, yeah, some people will say that, but I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. So, W. I think the only thing I add to her recipe is I do add lemon zest. I think adding the lemon zest is really high. I also had sumac to mine. I thought for sure that spin would still get it. I did low-key add a little bit of MSG to mine, actually, today. Because why not? Okay, those C-left inputs just didn't go through. Because why not? Hey, didn't get some awful angle again, so that's cool. And it's funny that I made hummus today because I'm pretty sure we're making chana masala tonight, I think. Oh, Skittles like, nah, let's make something else. But it's also a chickpea recipe, so oops, chickpeas today. I don't know, I was saying it earlier, but chickpeas are just a broken food. They're so OP. I thought I was gonna be like closer, like behind it, I guess. Yo, G, thank you for the gluck in the hoof. How's it going today? With it being apparently 40 Celsius for you, which is insane. Or close to that. It is 20 Celsius for me currently. Really? Didn't hit. Your phone case lock screen button broke off, so you took the case off? Dang. New phone case though. Pause champ. I definitely need to get a new phone case at some point. I've just been not doing that. phone's actual lock screen button is loose, like could actually fall any second, bruh. I don't think I've ever seen that. On the case for this phone, like, it just outright, like, split at the back here. So, like, it will just, like, so easily slide off my phone randomly. That part kind of sucks. Like, I could just, like, pull my phone out of my pocket and the case will just, like, slip off. So definitely an experience. Like, it's not like the worst thing ever, and how like I got it for free, so it's like can't complain too much, but definitely doesn't make it not suck still, you know? The new case that would keep the lock button in place arrives. And on the way back, you guessed it, I somehow lose the lock button, bruh. That is so unhype. Especially because it's like, I don't know, like, yeah, like, I'm sure you probably could just like order like a replacement lock button for your phone or go like some phone repair store, but it's like, come on, man. No one wants to do that, you know? I mean, like, you probably could order a new lock button, I bet. It's like, damn. Buh. You could technically live without the button since I can double tap my phone, but like, yeah, that's a bruh. For sure. Yeah, I've never heard of like some like the actual button on the phone itself like just coming off like that. Like, how does that happen? Like, was it like cracked in that area or something? That's like super bizarre. Damn. 2 bombs again. Technically, wait, I already read that. I think it was just worn out. It's 5 years old. Even still. Even still, though. Like, I had my Pixel 3a for a long time, and I definitely never had anything close to that happen. I mean, hell, I'd probably still be using that if I didn't drop it in the bath like a dumbass, like 2 years ago. And make the screen just really awkward to use. Actually, I'd still be using it probably if Prac didn't just randomly give me his old phone. So that's actually the real reason why I'm not using that phone anymore. Since Prac came through clutch. Massive W from Mr. City. Just be like, all right, here you go. Here's a new phone. I'm like, oh my god, the screen works fully. I wonder if Perp immediately left to go make hummus. It was like, all right, I got a mission to do. I gotta make me some hummus. Why is it fucking talking to you? Nobody cares about you. Like, why did he turn to face him? That is dumb. Damn, is this gonna miss? Am I off the mark right now? Haiky might have just killed the run. Never mind. That looked really sus. I honestly don't know how precise that is, but I definitely always try to be looking like as close to the center as I can be, and I was definitely not at all. I was like fully ready for that to just like miss entirely. Okay. POV, you hit the button and it doesn't do anything? Yes, my favorite part. Hell yeah. Hey, how are you feeling today, G, after the workout today? That's the real question. I need to get on the workout grind again. I've been slacking for like a week. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I was considering doing one today, but I was also busy doing the whole hummus thing. I was like, we'll do it another day. We do it another day instead. Feeling okay, a little sore, a little tired. At least that means that you know you got some good work in. Like, it definitely feels satisfying being sore after a workout, in my opinion. An odd sort of soreness that feels good. My dude. My dude. Yeah, I didn't get to read the workout, G. But you said there was like a good amount of planks in it. Was it all just like regular planking, or were you doing variants of planking? Some side plank dips or hip raises. Really, I thought I could mash a roll there and not bonk. The side plank, like, hip raises actually are kind of nice. I like those ones. That's still open from there. I feel like many doors would be like, nope. You're not right in the center. You're not gonna get opened. We're not gonna lie to open this. You're 2 centimeters off from the middle. Well, we did not get stalactited 3 runs in a row. Only 2 runs in a row. I'm golden, really. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. This screen is just on its bullshit today, apparently. Jesus. What? There's nothing of a push there. Probably wouldn't have worked, I assume, if I went for it. But I don't know. There's always the fear of having your powder keg not blow up the rock, and it's like, well, probably one of the worst ways you could kill a glitchless run. Like I just die. Guys got their cheats on, I see. We got the cheats going today. Not enough though. Holy fuck, that guy was going fast. Yo, Chow, how's it going? Basically, yeah, you do Goron Rays pretty much for the bottle. It's unfortunately convenient to get since you have to go up there and blow up the boulder regardless. Like, even if you, like, in theory, wanted to skip Goron Race, you still have to blow up that rock with the powder keg because you need the keg license in Glitchless. You just, like, need it. So it's like, well, you already did, like, half of it. Or, like, you're required to do, like, the first half of it. Yeah, because you don't get Gilded Sword, unfortunately. It'd be really cool if it was ever a play to get Gilded. Unfortunately, you do not get Gilded Sword in anything that isn't 100%. A little tragic, because it's, I don't know, just hype having a not base sword. I definitely need it. It is kind of weird to say that. It just sucks that Goron Race is randomly just RNG hell, unfortunately. Because usually, like, you do overall get better at doing Goron Race, like, as you get better at doing the run and playing the game, but, like, you just get outright just bullshitted sometimes, just outright. Like, I've had definitely a handful of Goron races where, like, you're nearing the finish line and then, like, 2 Gorons, like, just zoom past you, and it's like, you could react to, like, the audio and try and hit one, but then because there's 2, like, there's no way you're hitting both, and then it's just, like, an auto-lose scenario, basically. That part is definitely just, like, unfair. Like, there's just nothing you can do about those. It's like, and then the gold dust also that you get from that bottle is convenient for, I forgot this is the ad break file name. Thank you, shout out to Miles. I wonder how his jog went, if he did go for one. But the gold dust is convenient because you sell it and then immediately buy the powder keg and shoes. I'm sure there would be some strat you could do for farming rupees if you didn't sell the gold dust, like if you in theory didn't do Goron Race. But I don't know like where you would do that at, honestly. I don't know like what the play would be. Yeah, having 3 bottles total is really good. And glitchless for Zora eggs. $23. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad I could give an answer. Always down to give people answers to their questions. I haven't had soju in a long while. I mean, I don't think I've ever bought soju. I'm pretty sure I've only been in the vicinity of soju when Fig exists and when we were at that Texas Korean barbecue. Other than that, I don't know if I've ever like had anyone be like, "Oh yeah, I got some soju with me." But I think whenever I've tried soju, it's usually pretty good, to say the least. Why did I get off? Thankfully, you don't have to actually be on Epona to start the race. You just have to have Epona on the screen. It just ends up being like better, like after getting Epona, to just like ride Epona over here instead of like Goron rolling, because Goron rolling would be faster. I guess technically also switching to Goron would make switching off Goron and having to play Epona song again would make it so that's more time where time isn't passing. Because this whole segment only matters as fast as Aliens gets completed. That's like that's like the objective, the overall goal for this split. Well, okay, I guess after Garo Mask, but it's still part of it. Because, like, in this segment, like, for Enter Well, like, this whole segment now, technically, is just in-game time based. So, like, if I do everything extremely fast, but I'm, like, waiting 30 seconds for aliens, it's like, well, I'm still gonna lose time because it didn't matter how fast I did everything because now I'm just standing there waiting for aliens to happen. So, it's a little bit of a balancing act of, like, okay, you have to finish, you have to, like, try and play in-game time as tight as you can, so you're waiting as little as possible for aliens, but at the same time, not cutting it so short to the point where you are gonna miss aliens. Because having to invert is, like, super bad. It, like, is so low-key really bad having to invert. At this point, I don't even bother. I just, like, let the run die if it comes to it. I'm like, eh. I'd rather just let the run die than invert at this point, I think. You have to invert and then uninvert also. Since in-game time after aliens and glitchless doesn't really matter generally, for like the most part, like it's not like as important. There is still like relevant in-game time like things that's like, oh, you want this to happen here, like you want it to change to night after you enter Great Bay Temple. But it's not like the run's gonna die if it changes to nighttime outside Great Bay. It's just a little slower. So it's like you still want to be uninverted after aliens. Which, even though it can, I mean, insert me literally like fucking up like 2 things yesterday and wasting a bunch of in-game time and that killing my run. Despite that happening, I still think the in-game time aspect of Glitchless like actually mattering, I think is pretty neat. Unless if you're doing like no aliens route, then I guess in-game time is like less important. To my understanding, I've never really looked at that route or like seen much of no aliens Glitchless, so I'm not really sure like specifically like how everything goes. But I think like it actually being a relevant part of the run is pretty neat. Cause like I'm pretty sure, for example, in like any percent NMG, like I'm pretty sure like the only real relevant in-game time thing is for when you're doing pirate cutscene skip. I think you do that, like it has to be daytime or nighttime. It has to specifically be day or night, whichever one, I don't remember. For like they do like the song of double time method. But I wouldn't really count that as like the same per se. That's definitely a lot more loose feeling. Not like Glitchless, where it's like I have to do everything at the start here and get Epona and Gara Mask before it turns night of day 1. Yeah. That was super tragic. I could have kept them on those buttons, but I was like, I don't want to mess with it. I'm just going to keep it like how it's supposed to be, even if it's slower. I wonder how Glitchless would look like a theoretical, like, no inverted Song of Time. It'd be kind of like arbitrary. It would only be interesting for the sake of like seeing how like routing would go for like pre-aliens stuff. Because I guess everything post-aliens would probably be the same. But it's like, you definitely could not do Woodfall, get the bow, do all of Snowhead, do Goron Rays, so you definitely couldn't do everything you do uninverted. So, I don't know, I think just like for that aspect, it'd be interesting to see like how you would route everything if you couldn't invert. New category, English, no invert, glitchless, 90%. How's that for a category? Because at least like for MM, like English and Japanese like do actually make a difference, and not just like, oh, the text is faster in Japanese. I've definitely seen it for other games where it's like, you know, doing English, whatever of this category. Sorry, but it's like, oh, but English doesn't really actually change anything meaningful. Has to be damageless. I would have failed that hella already. God, you have to be so careful in damageless. And then even more so, because I've definitely watched Phil, Maj and Phil do a lot of like no-hit stuff for this and OT. And it's like, you gotta be so careful, especially I guess in the context of like where it's enemy rando and you don't know what you're gonna see. When he did like no hit like any percent for this game, it definitely did not take him like that long. And they did no hit 100%. I'm pretty sure the hardest thing was literally just like getting past Majora. Since you can just, even with FD, you can easily just like get hit on Majora if you just get unlucky. I don't think I would ever want to do like anything like that. I think like watching it can be pretty neat, but I definitely don't think I'd want to play it myself. I definitely think no hit rando with enemy randomizer is pretty crazy. Just because it's like there's so many like random scenarios you'd have to come across. Whereas for like just doing the regular game, like no hit or even damageless, like there's so many, like you'd have like just a game plan like for everything for what to do. So I'm way ahead of in-game time for where I usually am. Like it's normally past 11 already, but it's like not even 11 yet. So. Interesting. Yep, I just spent 90 rupees there, thanks to the gold dust. I guess if you didn't have the gold dust, you could just get Choose at the graveyard, or get him at the grotto in Akana, but the grotto there would definitely be slow to get, for sure. And I think the graveyard Choose, I think you only get 5 from that. So that might be slow. Potentially. What the fuck? Killing the second bubble there is definitely not necessary, but if you can, it's pretty convenient. Just not have to worry about it. You know, the second one's usually pretty easy to dodge. It's just the first one you pretty much have to kill, otherwise you will get jinxed like every time, and that's really bad. If you get jinxed, you just gotta bust out a quick broken stick setup, I guess. Day through saying good luck from work break, huge. I hope the shift has been going okay at least. Not too bad today, all things considered. Feels good. Oh, I'm mad about the start apparently. My condolences, y'all. It's just how it be. I can't snooze it, so rip. I canceled the sword draw. That's I hit. Your boss asked if you want to work a closing shift tomorrow, and it took you about 0.0015 seconds to decline. Did they say it like in a way where it's like they're really trying to make you want to do it, or is your boss like pretty chill, just like if you decline, like that's cool? Yeah, thank you, Kaito. How are you? Boss chill, so no pressure. Feels good. God, yeah, I remember. Oh, I'm just gonna get some water actually. That's good that your boss is chill about it. Cause that's definitely like really awkward when it's like, hey, do you want to do this thing that's not required at all, but I'm asking you to do it, so you should feel pressured to say yes because I'm asking you as your superior in authority. Like, Like, think about that. Like, I remember, like, our store, like the lead store manager at my McDonald's. Oh my god, jeez, I can't speak. At my McDonald's back then, whenever she would like want you to do something extra, she would like fucking go up to you and then start rubbing your back and talking this fucking like, Tinkerbell like high-pitched voice. When it's like something you obviously are not gonna want to do. It's like, why are you being so weird about it? Why are you being so creepy about it? I didn't like that, and she did that to multiple people. It wasn't just like, oh, she did it to me one time. It was a reoccurring thing, and it was really weird. Also, I would say the rare green username. I feel like we don't usually see green usernames around here very often. We have a lot of yellow and purple names in chat, I feel like. I feel like that's like the common colors I see. Yeah, I'm super far ahead of in-game time. I'm gonna just walk there as human, smile. Just that tomorrow's a holiday and it might get super busy. It's a boosted holiday pay, but considering the 40+ hour 2 work weeks I just worked, you're tired. Yeah, that's valid. That's very valid. Not wanting to work that. Damn, I am so high and still got it. Point of reference for good in-game time management. Hit it. You want to be entering the cave ahead at basically 3 in-game. What? What the fuck kind of cheating was that? That's an HR report for real. For real. It actually didn't really matter because in-game time was still passing, so that was actually fine. High key. Yeah, I'm gonna lose time this split because I'm like way ahead of in-game time. That's why I mess up something, but I die well. Okay. Speaking of that, I'm in a bathroom during this cutscene, so hold. Everybody hold the fort down. All right. As much as I like to rest up my next 2 days off, your family wants to do things on Saturday, but just tell them, nah, I'm good. Y'all have fun with that. All you had to do today was work out and make a phone call, so you're donezo. Time. Time. And was it a good phone call? Oh shit, buy the gin, I'm tweaking. Hey Jess. How's it going? You have not finished your Lego still? Not Lego, sorry. At least it's something you can look forward to doing still. You're at the airport? Damn. Where are we going? Where are we going? Germany? Damn. What's the occasion for Germany? Is there an event happening, or you got family / friend? Schedule a little meeting tomorrow? Dang, G, okay. Okay, G. Yeah, Tobyland pointers. That should be exciting. How long are you there for? As expected, lost a little bit of time from being too fast. till next Saturday. Okay. That's nice that you're there for a bit more than a week. It would definitely be less hype, like, flying so far just to go for, like, 2 days or something. Definitely fly for, like, GDQs. I've always been like, yeah. I've never not gone the full week at a GDQ. It's like, well, if we're traveling all the way to America, you know, we're paying for the flight and everything. Gotta make it worth it, right? Damn. Are you bringing your own vodka with you, or are you getting vodka while you're there? Smile. Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, was I getting depth perceptioned or something? Like, there was no way I was too early. Absolutely no way. Yo, Mr. Astonish. Never been to GDQ ever, most likely never will. Just not in your interests, or not on the cards, maybe. Would've been nice if we could done 2 weeks, but it's hard when everyone has responsibilities. That's totally valid. The way of the road, unfortunately. There may be vodka consumption. Pausers. I remember when Skittle came up last winter. I think they were supposed to only be here for like 2 weeks or something, and then they stayed for like an extra month and a bit. I think Skittle got here like end of January and was supposed to leave like sometime in February, like, but then they ended up staying to like partway through March. Just pretty hype. Have you ever reset a run, Jess, to voiding in springtime springtime, what's the screen called? Twin Islands. When you're on the way to get the powder keg, not even like when you're using the keg. Bro, go. So I reset a run to that today. Okay, to be fair, I got stalactited on Goat, and I was like, I got voided twice on that screen, and I was like, I'm good. I'm good with that attempt. This didn't eat through my shield this time. Fucker, it's so unfair. If I was faster, I guess I would have been avoided, but it's like, come on, that's just like unlucky outright. I'm a Cloud. Did I tell him to leave? Yeah. Give me a bad split. because I got unlucky. How long did you have to wait at the airport for? If you just got, well, are we at the gate? I assume you're at the gate probably right now, chilling. I like it at Toronto Pearson Airport. When you're waiting at the gate, like sometimes the Wi-Fi there is just working perfectly fine, and then other days, other times when I've been at the airport, like the Wi-Fi just doesn't want to work at all. Like when it works, it actually works pretty good, like for just being public airport Wi-Fi. I think last time I was there, it was just like super like spotty. It just kept like randomly cutting out and like disconnecting me from the Wi-Fi. A little unlucky. At the gate, have like 3 hours total to wait when I get there. Still have to wait another hour 20 to wait board. Always give yourself tons of extra time. Yeah, I always get to the airport really far in advance. Like even like the airport themselves, they tell you like, oh, you should show up like 2 hours before your flight at the very minimum. But like I remember like going to GDQs like ever since ever. The security lines at Toronto Pearson used to be super busy, like constantly. Anytime I ever went, it was like, yep, I'm waiting in lines for like an hour plus sometimes. But then like I remember like going there, like my first time, I think it was for Texas like 3 years ago when we went there. That was the first time I think Random had ever been on a plane and we were flying together, and there was absolutely not a single person in line. It was completely empty. And I was like, bruh, it has never been like this before. This is insane. And then anytime I've ever flown with Random, the security lines and like getting through like to our gate is always fast as hell. I'm like, does he just got like something to him? It's like crazy. I'm like, damn, what's the secret? I remember the first time Blue Bob and I flew, we like were waiting in line for so long, and then there was some like person speaking Chinese like yelling at people. I think she started trying to talk to us or something, and it's like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're saying, dude. What? Life sucks, that's why I can't really travel. Blubbers, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. I feel that though in some ways. I feel that too. Time for an airport restaurant, maybe a bar. Damn. I don't think, actually no, I've eaten at an airport restaurant like one time, I think. Like, at like 2017, Blue Bob and I ate at like Wahlburger. Oh, and then on the way back at AGQ 2019, on the way back, there was a Qdoba in that airport, so we got Qdoba. I remember we saw Simply and Pity randomly at that Qdoba in the airport. So I was kind of hyped too. most you wait at TSA in the airport is like 15 minutes. Dang, maybe not even that. That's crazy. A really nice feeling though. It's probably because 3 is a special, but when you buy 2, oh shit, yeah, when you buy 2 though, oh my god. She's just rolling away. This is like the slowest fight ever. The literal only thing she did was roll away and guard. That was the only thing she did. Bro, hit the damn thing. Gonna be not a great split, I feel like. I feel like that last bit just kind of like tainted the whole thing. Low key. Need to make a few purchases before clocking back in. All right. Enjoy the shoes. Thank you. Hopefully it goes good. What? Really? Hate that. Really dumb. That if you're too fast, it just doesn't let you deposit the egg because, yep. Because reasons. Oh yeah, but when you buy 2, yeah, I got you, G. Yeah, because you buy 2 and then... Was there anything in particular planned for Jess, Germany? Or was it just vibes, just hanging out for the week? You think he knows German? Probably. You know, like Das, vodka, you know. Common stuff, you know. The definite fairy hitbox is just being optional. I don't think he knows German, G. I think it's looking less likely. Very unfortunate. Bit of a dang. Boat ride. I think that initial angle might have gotten messed up, I don't know. Kind of a clutch backup though. Also fortunate outcome. I think I didn't get that double hit at all. Might be bad. And oh, if I got the double, it would have been not that bad. Not much worse than PB, but it could have been a lot better. Tank the hit on that. Yo, Spiffy. Boat ride. I also love boat ride. How's it going today? Yo, Richie. Thank you as well. Missed the ride, yeah. Gotta be here sooner. Y'all should have had your boat ride alerts going off. Boat ride alarms, I should say. An interview? Was it better or worse than getting to see boat ride, though? I hope it went well, though. Quick game. Shades of Jess. Dude, come here and bless the run. Actually, I don't know if he... Well, he said good luck. That's a blessing, yeah. Yeah. Boat ride was way better, but interview also went well. I have a second next week. 4 days in office, though. Buh. Lovers. Just don't go, IMO. I think that's a good take. Just don't go. Anybody else agree? Just don't go. Well, the good news is I made hummus today for anybody who missed boat ride and wasn't here prior. I made hummus today. So we're kind of in there, I think. Is hummus easy to make? Yes. Ideally, you just throw everything into a food processor, but I have a blender and not a food processor, so I just use that. Okay, that was really weird, but it's fine. You need to blow up that chew before like being on the pipe, because otherwise it can like knock you off, and that's like a horrible scenario. Yeah, we do not have a food processor, so I use our blender, and it does a good enough job. The only annoying thing is with using the blender, like I have to scrape down the sides pretty frequently, whereas I think with a food processor you wouldn't have to. But yeah, it's pretty easy to make. It's not really too complicated. And IMO, it is infinitely better than store-bought hummus. What? My life was changed when we were at a Jason's Deli in Oklahoma last year, and I had their hummus, and it was so damn good. And then I started realizing, like, damn, these store-bought hummuses around here are not very good. And then I was like, I should try to make my own. And then I was like, holy shit, this is way better. and it's more cost effective, and it makes more, and it's better in every way. It's like crazy. I don't know. Less preservative. True. True. I definitely noticed like the texture though of like a lot of store-bought hummus around here. They ended up being very like less like not as light and like fluffy feeling. Why the fuck is he so far away? Like a lot of store-bought hummuses would be like almost like not like fully rubbery, but like leaning more in that direction. Like, I don't know, it was just weird. It like wasn't the same. It like didn't feel right. Yeah, I have made lemon garlic hummus, which is what I made today. And then I've made a few times roasted red pepper hummus, which is basically the same recipe, but just roasting red peppers and throwing those in. Red pepper hummus being pretty good. We wanted to try one day making mango habanero hummus, but I think like when we went to make it one day, or when I was like gonna try it, our habaneros went bad, and I was like, well, I guess that's not happening right now. Habaneros are like, they're such a good spice in my opinion. Like they're a good heat. And mango habanero is like a god combo. It's so good. Rare spikes. Rare spikes. Yeah, I randomly woke up like pretty early today. Which I guess was good because it gave me time to like get the hummus made and still go live like at a good time. Because I use dried chickpeas for the hummus, so I have to like, I boil them overnight. Or I soak them overnight, rather. And then I boil them for like an hour and a half, so it's like, well. There was one time where I followed this one like recipe this one dude did for making hummus, and he was like, okay, yeah, so just like lower the heat and like put a lid on and boil it for like an hour with the lid on. And I did that one time, and it just ended up being the chickpeas just fucking burnt. I was like, bro, it was so annoying. It just like it just killed that batch of hummus, pretty much. Well, I didn't even end up making hummus that day. It was just like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna disregard making hummus today because all the chickpeas are burnt. So, you know, definitely don't want to like boil something for so long and like, you know, not attend it every now and then. Definitely want to keep an eye on it. That's like also one time I remember like another horrible experience. We were gaming and I remember like we had this really good curry that we made and it's like we heated it up and like I left it on the stove on low, on the lowest heat our stove like could do. And I remember like the fucking curry like just burnt. It just completely burnt the curry. I'm like, what the fuck? It was on the lowest heat imaginable. Like, how did it burn it? Like, there should have been like an absolute 0% chance that should have happened, but... So, yep. I might not be able to get him. Thank fuck. I can't leave stuff cooking, I'm too anal. Yeah, after that, I was like, I am not leaving like stuff like that again. I was so mad. I was like, why? It was on the lowest heat setting. Like, there should have been no possibility of it burning. But yeah, definitely better off just to like not do that. Ever since then, yeah, I'm like just not leaving the heat on for stuff like that. If it's something like, oh, we're making like some curries that we make where it's like, oh, you need to like let it simmer for like 40 minutes or something, like that's a scenario where it's like, okay, like I could walk away for like 5 minutes or whatever and like not have to worry about it exploding everywhere. But like otherwise, you know, it's like, nah. Because like all the water isn't just gonna evaporate in like 5 minutes if it's like full of liquid. Your dog is terrified of the fire alarm. I can't take chances. Lovers. But definitely valid. Honestly, I hate hearing the fire alarm, so it's like, I gotta grab a towel and gotta start doing that. Gotta start like flapping the towel at the fire alarm to try and blow like anything away from it. That's what we always do. I don't know if that's like the go-to tech, but that's what we've always done in my household. That's what I always saw my parents do, so that's just what I do. Because I don't know what else you do to try and get it to like shut the fuck up. I don't know what else you do. Your brother once microwaved a pizza pocket for 5 hours. Oh my god. Why does the microwave have the ability to go for that long? Like, what the fuck? Like, the microwave shouldn't even be able to go for that long. Hello? Oh, get fucking red, idiot. It didn't get past like 10 minutes though before it burnt. Jesus. Just gonna wait. Yeah, you gotta be so fast to like beat that like BMOS cycle. Because you do not want the BMOS aggroed on you. Like you can just so easily die here. It's too easy to die to the BMOS because it does a full heart and you only have 3 hearts. Oh, I love the camera in this game. I like how it like always, what the fuck is it doing? That was the longest pan ever. What the hell? Why did it go on for so long? That was so weird. I feel like a microwave like shouldn't even be able to go for that long. Please? Thank you. Like if you're microwaving something for more than like 20 minutes, like what's happening? I guess not the same sort of thing, but have y'all ever like preheated an oven and then like left something in the oven and then like didn't know it was in there? That happened to me one time with like some plastic container. Someone just had like a plastic container sitting in the oven and I didn't know it was in there, and then it just like melted it. Which like why did you have a plastic container sitting in the oven anyways? Like, I feel like that should not be in there. I have like no idea like what it could have possibly been in there for, high key. That was a long time ago. I've heard people use like their dishwashers as storage. But like we didn't like normally have stuff like that in our oven. It was just in there for some reason. So I don't know what it was. So that's a thing. The only thing we put like after we use a metal baking sheet, like we'll just like, or Skittle or I will usually just put it back in the oven. I guess instead of using like that, like the tray, like the little shelf that's like below your oven normally, we'll like just keep it just inside the oven. That must have smelled really bad when the plastic container just melted. Do you guys like the music right now playing? I think it's really good. I think this one's definitely going in my playlist for sure. The song's just like too good. Bro. Bro, I'm gonna end it all. What the fuck was that? Hello? That has not happened in like so long. Actually, a pretty bad time loss. I feel like usually he doesn't do that, like, fake out attack on the second hit. Honestly don't know what makes him do that to this day. Unless it's just like random, which would probably honestly is the case, I assume. Well, this should be good timing, I think. Like, I think this should be... What? I did not think that was early. That sucks. I did not think that was early at all. I thought I was like pretty good on the bomb timing. I need to stop rolling instantly. God. Oh, it's so hard to aim precisely sometimes. Jeez. That was so sketch. Holy fuck, Taz. That was Taz. Sheesh. Dude, stop hitting me. Please. Damn, we're gonna die on Twin Mold. Because these pods I don't think these pods have hearts in them, or the boxes don't have hearts in them, I'm pretty sure. I just took so much damage. That's pretty bad, actually. Pretty bad. Just YOLO it. Ugh. I probably should. We just YOLO it. I guess we're YOLOing at this point. Pretty sus. Might die on Twin Mold. Actually, I can't get hit at all, actually. Ugh, do I just get the hearts? Fuck. Fuck me. Yo, Jimmy. That's so bad. Reluctantly gonna get a pot. I can't use my sword. Thank fuck I got the heart pot. I don't know if that was worth it or not. Don't know if that was worth it to go for that, honestly. Okay, could I have just killed the bubbles with Goron Pound, actually? I don't know if they died of Goron Pound in one hit or not. Probably shoot him with a fire after changing equips. Potentially. Why isn't Twill making any noise? What? Fuck you. That should have hit. Come on. That I definitely think that last arrow should have hit 100%. I'm just saying. Fuck me. I always keep throwing this shit, dude. Like, it always just keeps being, like, just so close, like... Consistently had a pretty good lead the whole run and then just fucked it up at the end. I guess I didn't need the hearts, apparently. I don't know. It was probably a throw going for the hearts, honestly. I honestly don't think it would have been worth it. I don't know. But it really is just luck, honestly. It really is just luck at the end of the day. If you get hit by Twin Mold. I don't know, I feel like coincidentally in Glitchless you end up getting hit less by Twin Mold, but I guess because you finish blue like so quickly. At least normally, you beat blue Twin Mold really fast, so there's like less opportunity to get hit. Because usually like the red, you don't get hit by when it's just red, normally, you know? I feel like Gorm Pound probably kills the bubbles. I should have tried it there. It's probably a good backup. It's just like, I don't know if it's awkward to hit him with it. I don't know. It's just a bad scenario. Just like, should never take that much damage. That was really bad. Just bad twin mole or bad stone tower, honestly. Low key. Well, the good news is last time I got to Majora, my first light arrow just phased right through the asshole. So, what are the odds that happens again? Or no, I think my Zora fins just fucking, like, just didn't do anything. I was like, awesome. I love when that happens. One of my favorites. Maybe I should just learn the no Zora method. I don't know, someday I'll probably try and learn it. I've just never bothered to try and learn it. But if you like go for like the strat where you like shoot a light arrow like instantly at the start of the fight, I don't know how, like if you mess that up, I don't know like what the backup is, like how bad it could go. I guess with Zora fins, if your fins just decide to miss for some reason, then you can also get turbo fucked, so I guess it's pick your poison kind of moment, I suppose. I guess I stand up for a sec. Obligatory stand up during this cutscene. All right. Also, how's it going today, Jimmy? Anything exciting going on? Excuse me. Did you move out of the way? Alright, how's it gonna go today? How's Majora feeling this time? That's the real question. Remains are really close to me. What the fuck? Somehow the fins stunned and hit at the same time. Is that the same thing that happens on Georg sometimes? Makes no sense. When that happens, it's just seemingly random. That's so bad. Somehow all my crouch stabs just missed. That like super surely just killed 244, 100%. Ain't no way it could happen. But maybe if that twin mold wasn't, if the whole stone tower went better, it would have been possible still. Okay, now it's dead. Now it's dead. Well, at least it was, you know, I'd rather that over like a 245 flat high key. I think that's definitely an 07. Take that at least. Another not very good Majora fight again. Not very good Majora again. But damn. That was so easily 244-able. Next time though, alright? Next time. So you were just in the future, G. That's all there is. Yo, Kai. Thank you. How have you been? Amazing. Thank you, Richie, for the Prime. 2 months. Thank you for the GGs, everyone. I believe you've been on the any percent, right? If I remember correctly. At least this is a PB I'll actually submit, because I low-key, like, technically PB'd by, like, half a second, like, last week, and I was like, nah, I'm not uploading this. I already deleted that recording. I'm pretty sure I don't have it anymore. I'm pretty sure I deleted that recording. So I was like, I don't give a fuck about that run. Which was the splits I just went up against where I lost 40 seconds on Majora. I was like so over it. I was like, nah, I'm not having it. Damn, I was ahead the entire run. Pretty much. Is Bob's here glitchless? Let's see. Let's take a peek. 240. This should be an 07. That was a pretty late split. Damn. It did put me up above you. I thought there was more people. I thought there were more people that had a 245. Huh. Weird. It puts me in 6th place. Well, sheesh. Been pretty good. Just been grinding this category. Just been grinding glitchless. Have you all been playing Melee still? I have not played in a minute, but I was low-key considering. I was thinking about it. The thought entered my mind, and I was like, maybe. That is a definite fuck Majora, though. You're so real for that, Richie. I got like insta shot by a remains on Wrath. And then I don't know if the bomb. I don't know what I did on the incarnation. I was just too far away. My crouch stabs just weren't hitting. It wasn't the worst, thankfully. But damn. Yeah, the new Octo Skip is infinitely better than the old one. The old one is so bad. The old one is extremely bad. Okay, maybe not extremely bad, but the old one's pretty bad. I'll put it like that. And I believe it was Leo Monkey. I saw that he posted like a little setup to make it even more consistent, and I was like, ooh, this is actually like so good. Because I was having this problem with the new Octo Skip where sometimes Link just wouldn't target onto the Octo, so he would just like roll forward. But with like this like visual setup that Leo posted, it's like it works like every time. And I'm like, oh, it's so good. Oh, this is the Mile. Shout outs to Miles with the file name ad break. Ad break. Occasionally play some Melee, been a bit. Should play some teams sometime. How does teams on Slippy feel? I don't think I've ever played doubles on Slippy. I could be down at some point. I feel like y'all are probably way the fuck better than me at Melee. I have very inconsistently barely played that game over the last like 7 years. The glitchless grinding's been pretty good. I do like glitchless a lot. It can be rough some days though. Like especially like if you get your run fucked up like 2 hours in after streaming for a while, it's just like, well, do I want to deal with an almost 3-hour run? I guess definitely the benefit of if you're doing like any percent or AFR where it's like under 2 hours, like you can kind of grind attempts. If I'm getting runs like past the 1 hour mark, I'm usually not doing more than like 3 attempts a day or so. It's just honestly like pretty rough, like playing consistent like throughout the whole run. Like, even though it's not like crazy glitch constantly you gotta do, like you gotta not be actively messing up. See, I got bodied on Gomez. I could have done Twin Mold way better. There's a new mirror room strat too, is there? I haven't seen that, if there is. Is that in the Discord? Is that in the strats channel, potentially? Where is it? Let's see, is it in here? I have not heard of such a thing. Glitchless. Stone Tower, Mirror Room with Quick Draw. When was this posted? The 14th. Okay, posted pretty recently. Damn. Bruh. That's an insane strat. That's crazy at the end. The only thing is, I don't have bow equipped there. That's the only thing. I don't know if you could quick draw a sword, maybe? If you could do that? That's the only thing. I don't have bow at that part on a C button. But maybe if this is like worth it, maybe it could be worth it to have bow earlier. I don't know, that might make equips weird. Not to see. Slippy Teams is okay, better than expected. Feels good. As like it's kind of magic how good like Slippy like 1v1 feels. Like when I played Slippy for the first time in a minute, like in January or something, I was like, damn, I forgot this feels like crazy how good it is. Honestly, the hardest thing for me whenever I try doing melee stuff is just not being used to the buffer ever. Or the lack of buffer, rather. Because I've been a Rivals guy over like the last while, and that game has buffer, and it makes little things so easy, like not having to worry about wave dashing with jump squad in mind. You can just hit jump and shield at the same time. Like that's the big thing for me. Like I remember like last year. Do I have that video downloaded still? I was at this one melee local in one of my friends' areas, and I think the first time I played against another person, like in like over a year, I was playing on stream, and I was like, man, I could have 100% beat this guy if I like actually like played this game at all. I was like, I know I am better than this guy, but I cannot move right now, so therefore I suck. But I got some like just funny jank clips on that. Well, there's a videos tab on oh, where is it? Yeah, okay, hold on. I forgot there's a videos tab on Blue Sky. I can actually show this real quick. The end. We made it.